Hey, what happened to you?
Oh, I ran into a very large door.
Were you in some kind of brawl?
You know, next time I'm going to let you defend the family honor.
What did you find out anyway?
How to take a punch with my face. What'd you find out?
I'm working on restoring the family fortune.
I tell you what, why don't we switch jobs? I'll go with figures, and you can handle these clowns, huh?
I'll tell you what, if you want to defend the family honor, you do it. I'm going to work in a more civilized manner.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, hi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just tell him that he should see the other guy.
Yeah, and when you do, punch the lights out for me, will you?
Yeah, well, looks like you did quite a number on you. What happened?
I led with my mouth instead of my brain. Look, it looks a lot worse than it is.
I want you to keep a close eye on the entire area.
I understand the mayor's made that top priority.
Yes, he has. He's done extensive plans on redevelopment around there. It is important that we clean up the area. However, it's going to be very difficult because I think we've left it too long.
Well, leave it to me, all right?
Well, they have some favorite spots where they hang out, Frisco. The Bucket of Blood, of course, the Emerald Isle, and then that dive in the warehouse area, the Zodiac Lounge.
And Duke's.
Yes.
Yes. We know about that place. Do you know anything about it?
Well, the word on the street is that if you're looking for some action, you can usually find it there. Heavy-duty action, too.
Yeah, that's what we hear.
All right. I want you to pay particular attention to all of those clubs, including Duke's. If you hear anything or see anything suspicious, you must report it straight back to me.
All right.
Well, that's it then. So, how are the wedding plans going?
Oh, the wedding plans.
Yeah.
Well, great as far as I know. Felicia's pretty much in charge of the operation. I sort of just smile a lot, nod my head, and say, yes, dear.
Well, you better get used to it. What do you think married life's all about?
Yeah.
Well, who do I see about overtime?
Your new wife-to-be, I think.
You know, actually, Felicia may be pretty busy herself. She's got to land on a new job, and it looks sort of promising. Keep your fingers crossed, huh?
Okay.
When I heard the opening was at Duke's, I have to admit I was more than just a little intrigued
Oh, you know my club?
by reputation.
I don't believe everything you hear.
I've never really been inside here before.
Oh, well, employees get special discounts. You have a very impressive resume.
Thank you.
I'm surprised I haven't met you before. I see you live down by the waterfront. Why haven't I seen you?
I've seen you.
Oh, really? Where?
Well, I've seen you at Kelly's Diner, and I saw you at the policeman's ball the other night.
You were there?
Yes, my fiancé is a cop. I can give you several more resumes if you like. One is Anna Devane. She's the chief of police. She'll vouch for me.
Oh, I believe I know Miss Devane. Is she a friend of yours?
Yes.
She seems like a charming woman.
Oh, she is. She's very brilliant. She certainly has a lot going for her. I admire her, and I have to admit that she's quite a role model for me.
Oh, from what I've seen, I'm inclined to agree with you. If she speaks as highly about you, then we may be in business. Thank you very much for coming in. I will study your resume in more detail, and I'll get back to you about the job as soon as possible.
Well, thank you, Mr. Lavery.
Say hello to Miss Devane from me.
I will. Thank you.
He's suffering from amnesia. The police found him wandering around the streets. They brought him in to see what we could do.
Do you remember your name or where you live or anything? It's amazing. All the years I've been in medicine, I've never had to treat an amnesiac. I see they brought you in specially for this case.
I've had a good deal of experience with amnesia victims. It's a very strange illness.
Do most of your patients recover their memories?
It depends on the person. Some victims suffer from hysterical amnesia, which means they have no desire to recover their memories.
Why not?
Well, I don't mean they consciously refuse to remember, but for some people, amnesia is a way to die without really killing themselves.
Never thought about that. If you don't like the way it is here, you just kind of drop out literally, huh?
Psychologically, it can be a very convenient disease.
This is really intriguing. I'd love to learn some more about it. Is there any chance that we could have dinner one night?
I'm awfully busy, Doctor.
Well, how about if we just meet up for coffee maybe in an hour or so?
My shift isn't over for another 2 hours.
Okay, well, I'll meet you in Kelly's then when your shift's over. Listen, all I want to do is pick your brains about the amnesia, that's all. This is professional, 100%, I assure you. You just never know when this kind of knowledge is going to come in handy.
Very well. I'll see you at Kelly's in about 2 hours.
I'll be there. Meantime, you better admit Mr. John Doe formally.
Honey. Hi. What a nice surprise. Hi, sweetheart. What's the matter? Huh? What is it? Come here. What's the matter?
I'm so happy.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Oh, honey, it's like a dream come true.
Oh, well, I'm all for that.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Oh, yeah, this is pretty nice of a bachelor pad, huh?
Frisco, how can you joke at something so important?
Because I don't have any idea what you're talking about, sweetheart. What is
You
it?
know, my grandmother's coming next week.
Yeah, I know that.
She sent my wedding gown in advance.
Oh, so it's here.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
And you brought it up here to show me. Is that what this is?
No, it was delivered up here by mistake.
Oh, I see. Well, let's take a look at this dream gown, huh?
Oh, are you out of your mind?
What are you talking about?
You can't see this dress.
Why not?
Do you want to ruin our future together?
By looking at the dress?
No, by looking at the wedding gown before the ceremony.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm new at this kind of thing, you know?
So am I. But I know the ground rules. And I know the groom is not supposed to see the bride's wedding dress until she actually walks down the aisle, becomes his wife.
Go on, this is fascinating.
Why are you so intrigued by amnesia, Dr. Quartermain?
I never realized how little I knew about it. I always thought that it was caused by severe head injuries. I never thought for a second that you could actually will yourself into amnesia.
Haven't you ever felt the urge, however fleeting, to just vanish without a trace?
I must say there have been times in my life when the prospect was very appealing.
Well, I think we all have similar feelings at one point or another. Amnesia victims act on them, consciously or not.
How do you mean?
Many of them want their friends and families to think they've died. And in a very real sense, amnesia is a kind of death.
But it's only temporary.
Oh, in most cases. It's as though the brain decides to restore a person's memory when it feels he is finally able to face the problems which drove him to amnesia in the first place.
It's foolproof.
I beg your pardon.
No, I was just thinking that nobody can actually blame the guy when he comes back because he didn't know what he was doing in the first place.
I suppose you could look at it like that, yeah.
Certainly could.
Of course, it doesn't usually last for that long a period of time. One can't run away from life that easily, can one, Dr. Quartermain?
Okay. All right, well, I have to go back down the stairs now.
Well, wait, just wait a minute. Always running off on me. What's the matter? You liking this so much you think you may decide to stay?
I intend to after we're married.
What about in the meantime?
You're just gonna have to court me.
You want courting? I'm thinking of suing you for alienation of affection.
Oh, honey, I'm saving it all for the wedding night.
I'm sort of convinced that'll never come.
Oh, Frisco, what's your hurry? Don't you like old-fashioned romances?
Well, yes, everything but the part of where you go to Tony and Tanya's at night.
In a week, I won't budge. I promise.
Yeah, promises. Well, I guess I ought to try to make this last as long as possible. Old-fashioned. Miss Cummings, would you consider giving me a kiss?
Oh, Mr. Jones, I'd be delighted.
Oh, I peeked. Oh, I forgot to ask you. I'm sorry. How did your job interview go?
That was pretty good, I think.
Yeah? When will you know whether or not you got the job?
It's pretty soon, he said.
Me who?
Mr. Lavery.
Where is his job?
It's at Jake's, you know, that club. He needs a bookkeeper.
Whoa, wait a minute. I'm not going to let my wife work at a place like that.
I'm not your wife yet. Besides, Duke is a very charming man. Besides, we need the money.
Duke? Oh, we're on a first-name basis.
I'll call him whatever he likes if he gives me a paycheck. Sweetheart, have you looked at the list for the wedding lately? It's really growing.
Any no-shows?
No, not yet. Everybody says yes. Except for Buzz. I don't know what he's going to do yet.